One thing about the quartering is he involves himself in attacking every right-wing media figure all the time. I've been, of course, a victim of this at one point. He's been going at the Daily Wire for some time, especially Matt Walsh, which is now translating into Candace Owens. He's also going at Miles Chung on Twitter. It's just been a weekend of him just completely melting down and attacking everybody who is kind of nominally on his side, but they're really not. And here's the thing is the quartering has never been a conservative. He'll say this himself. He's never been a guy on the right. He is somebody who has been grifting off this space for a long, long time. And it's partially my fault. I actually broke the story as a reporter of when he got kicked out of Magic the Gathering because I didn't like when somebody was being banned under false pretenses, because that's what I report on a lot. I'm a person who actually does the journalistic work, who finds these stories. The quartering actually just reads stories by groups like Bounding Into Comics, where I write for, and then takes credit for it. He's even read my stories a bunch of times, and he likes to preface it going, oh, well, it's not that reliable a source, but, and then he reads my article. He really doesn't have any takes of his own. It's really just a filtered channel where he's reading you news articles. I have no idea why people watch it at this point. And I like to encourage people to stop giving this grifter so much attention. I mean, it really is crazy. We'll get into what he's doing this weekend in just a moment. My name is John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. And of course, this is my Flying Sparks final volume right here on BackerKit. I make my own culture. I don't just complain about it like a lot of these guys. I'm making books, comics, all the things in order to set the culture straight from this awful woke nonsense that we've been fighting against for years. And the quartering should have been on our side, but he never, if you notice, he never lifts a finger for anybody in independent culture. It's always just about him. He never does anything to promote these sorts of great products that are out there that are alternatives. He just simps for the brand like Magic the Gathering or Disney or whatever, and just leaves us out in the dust. And real leadership is needed, of course, to change this kind of thing. That's why, of course, I try to talk about different books and things like that all the time. But let's get into this in just a second. Here are some of his stuff. Is it productive to go to war with the Daily Wire? And again, he started this fight. He started going at Matt Walsh. He didn't actually go at anything else. Matt Walsh didn't go at him. He brought up a Matt Walsh tweet from 2018 is how this all started, and started just pounding on the guy, who then pulled the whole, I don't think it's productive to infight. He always does this. It's ridiculous. Never takes responsibility for anything. Just so we're clear, and here he goes playing victim. I am one man in a 12 by 12 room with a webcam versus $100 million corporate ownership. Oh, cry harder. You picked a fight with them at the end of the day, Jeremy. I mean, it's ridiculous how you do this. They're not doing anything, and here they are. They're worse than CNN or MSNBC. No, they're definitely not. CNN and MSNBC are leftist shills, and these are right-wing people. Now, look, do I agree with all the corporate right-wing that's trying to be a little more sanitized than a lot of the independent YouTube stuff? Absolutely not. But I don't go out of my way to pick fights with them on a daily basis like the quartering does, because it doesn't make any sense. That's really not the target we should be flying over. So here we go. He calls Candace Owens the Dylan Mulvaney, who's of the right, which is the transgender spokesman for Bud Light. Absolutely disgusting to call Candace this. Now, Candace has some controversial past, and she works for the Daily Wire also. I have actually met her on several occasions, and I can tell you right now that she is an actual conservative, and as much as Jeremy is saying that she's not here, she has deep-rooted right-wing beliefs that Jeremy does not have. He is an admitted center-left person. He probably votes Democrat most of the time. Candace does not. And actually, behind the scenes, I can tell you that she's probably more right-wing than you think she is. I'm not going to get into a lot of specifics, but she's told me some things that would probably get her in trouble, probably get me in trouble, and it's it's something that I'll just leave at that. But she's genuine behind the scenes. She does fully believe in this movement. Now, she has taken, of course, media coaching classes, worked with Turning Point USA to become a polished media figure, something I haven't done. I just talk off the cuff here. I don't even edit. I just literally talk my mind, and that's why a lot of people like me, so thank you very much. But she does have that, and she is trying to, of course, maneuver in that realm where, Newsmax and the like are actually doing good work. And so, not my favorite again, but I've met this person. I could say that Jeremy is full of shit on this. And here it is, like Ian Miles Chungus too. Many people are so desperate for people they agree with, they will actively ignore facts. Now, the quartering has been out there just like taking the sides of transgenders and the gays and abortion rights activists. It's been very weird over the last year. These people always show their true colors. Ian Miles Chung does not do that. Again, this is such a stark contrast. These might not be my favorite people, but the quartering is really like such a pot calling a kettle black. It's absolutely crazy on this level. And so here he likes to do. Sometimes I like to remind people that once a machine is pumping out like 200 million a year, it gets special treatment from big tech. They're compromised. Doesn't mean they're wrong, just compromised. Well, the quartering's compromised too. He'll tell you he filters himself and edits himself for YouTube in order to just play the algorithm. And most of his opinions are literally just algorithm generated. That's what he's a master of. He's not somebody who's actually trying to stand up for right. He will not stand up for conservative causes at the end of the day. He'll attack conservatives all weekend, as you can see right here, including me. He's attacked me before, claimed I faked screenshots, which is ridiculous. Never apologized to me for that, which was absolutely false. And then reads my articles on the air half the time. So it's such a hypocrisy from the quartering, which is what we've known to see from him all the time. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back soon.